Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And this is Vanessa. She's 8. And she's from here, in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Ruth, and I'm from Sturgeon Bay. That is just outside of Egg Harbor, and also very close to a very large cherry chain farm where we have the best cherries in the whole United States. And I love cherries. It's my favorite fruit.
That's actually how we met. We both entered in a cherry pie eating contest back in 1997.
At the time, that was in Oshkosh, and it was because they were having a very big contest.
Yeah, it was the contest of the ages. I would say the turnout was around 35 people, which is very big for Oshkosh, actually.
Very big. It was so big that I actually never been around that many people. So I had a panic attack, and as a result, normally I get first place, and I placed second.
The problem was that I gave Ruth some of my Valium that my psychiatrist prescribed to me back in 1994. And because it had been sitting around for so long, it was extra potent. And when I gave it to Ruth, she went like this right in the pie, and then she couldn't keep eating, even though she was already in first place, and that caused her to get second place, unfortunately.
This was 6 years ago when we first met, and I'm over it, you know. So I don't take Valium anymore.
I do though. I like to have a good time, especially after a Cosmopolitan or two. I know you're not supposed to mix them, but my psychiatrist said as long as I don't down a handle of vodka with my Valium, that I'll be fine.
And she always is. She's always fine. You know me, I'm pretty simple. Just give me a cherry pie and I'll be lit, as the kids say.
Yeah, but she don't take no Sara Lee shit. That Sara Lee cherry pie, no.
It says Wisconsin, all homemade. Remember when we went to the goat restaurant? They have this restaurant over in Sturgeon Bay where the goats live on top of the restaurant. There's grass.
Mm-hmm.
And every morning they milk the goats, and we ate there. And you said that it was like no other goat cheese you ever had.
Yes, so they actually make the goat cheese fresh every day, and they use enzymes from the armpits of local prisoners to curdle the milk so that it has a very unique flavor. And I think you can actually taste the crimes of the people who committed them. For example, we had some from a murderer. And what did you think of that, Ruth?
I just remember thinking it was so good, but I was having flashbacks to some woman I'd never met screaming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was quite the experience. I personally liked it. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, my favorite was actually the white-collar tax criminal, Ray Johnson, from New York City, but he was extradited to Wisconsin, and that's why he was a local prisoner.
You know how sometimes when you go to a wine tasting and they ask you for all the notes? It was similar, but you could feel all the aspects of the crimes, like the emotions, visuals. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it gives you a sense of empathy for the other side, you know, that you wouldn't necessarily get by eating goat cheese made with normal enzymes, you know?
I'm never ever gonna go back to regular goat cheese. I don't even buy it, but if I want a goat cheese, I'm going to that restaurant.
We were actually thinking of starting an initiative, me and Esther, if you want to join us. We were thinking about starting some victory gardens here at Shady Acres nursing facility, and we were going to grow radishes and carrots, maybe some peas.
That sounds nice. I have to think about it though, because Esther, let's just say that she did something I didn't like with a man named Michael.
Michael and Esther actually created an underground Hummel ring where they were essentially fighting for power in a Hummel arms race, and they plotted to steal Ruth's Happy Gardener Hummel.
It was like a Better Call Saul episode. It was hurtful.
And you know what really makes it like Better Call Saul is actually that they were in